Episode 4, Acoustic Interview Sessions at J&P's Bar and Lounge, brought to you by RadioRadioX and J&P's Bar and Lounge. We have, this evening, a good friend of mine, I don't know how long we've known each other, but it's been quite a while now, and a cool cat, and who's done some of the same jobs I have, Mr. Josh Breden. Welcome, Josh.
Hey. Thank you. It's good to be here. I can't wait to play for you guys. Thank you for having me. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're gonna get into some of them songs later. But I'm here to answer the people's questions, for a little while.
Oh, absolutely. I got a couple for you right off the bat and stuff. So let's talk about, like I said, we have both been hosts at 344 2nd Street open mic down in Troy. So talk a little bit about that. I guess technically you took my job in a type of way, but I kind of tried to get. I feel open mic host is a thing where it's like being the scoutmaster or the baseball coach. Like you should keep it rotating. Like when your kid's out, like pass it on to another parent and talk on it, Josh.
I got you. Yeah, no, there's an element of organization that is required to make any kind of event flow. You gotta have somebody who's dedicated to being the eyes on the clock, I guess, to make sure things go as planned. I don't know what that is in the movie world, movie director. Hey! Or some kind of behind the scenes dude. But there's a little bit of that, and then there's a little bit of, hey, I'm just out here and I'm the one who is responsible and I'm gonna make sure it gets done. And everybody has fun, and that's the thing, that's the other part you gotta coordinate is the timing, but also that, it's cool, and there's a vibe to it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but 344 2nd Street.
Yeah.
Come hang out if you write songs, it's really a songwriter open mic. And the art is wonderful, the space is wonderful. We're taking the summer off, and we'll be back in September. So write a couple tunes over the summer about beautiful sunshine and days on the beach, and come play them jumps for us.
Yeah, like beautiful sunshine and days on the beach. That sounds great. Long walks on the beach. Yeah, right? No, but actually that almost kind of segues into one of the things I wasn't going to ask you first about it, but I might as well just because I think it's cool and stuff because it sounds beachy and cool like that, but it actually has a whole other meaning to it. Islands of Calais. So tell me a little bit about it. It's one of your original songs. Tell me a little bit about that and what's going on and, unfinished business. Go ahead, brother. I just forgot to bring another mic today, so that's why we're doing it this way.
So good. Thanks, man. Hey, yeah. So I wrote one of my songs is called Islands of Calais. I put an album out last year called Unfinished Business. I got CDs made and everything, and it's got the lyrics printed in there and all that. So I always bring them around with me because you never know. Some people still listen to music that way. Hey. But one of the songs is called Islands of Calais, and that is named after a part of the human brain that has to do with our reward response. So the song, it's kind of a topical song, I guess, but it's also a song about rewarding yourself and taking the time to relax. And, not putting so much pressure on yourself and giving yourself time to heal from things.
Yeah. That's cool, it's got a guy, like you said, Calais. I can't even really do it right.
Well, let me tell you one other story.
Oh yeah, absolutely, buddy.
I was playing the song at an open mic one night, and a neuroscientist happened to be there. And she came up to me after and was like, "Wow, I love that." And I'm like, "Oh, you get it?" Like, okay. So it's a little inside joke, but deep meanings, double meanings of things. Like to throw them in songs to keep people on their toes.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. We were actually as far as that goes, in Ginger Jesus, we were working on a song called Pick Your Poison. And, originally it was just a song more about the poisons of alcohol, drugs, nicotine, caffeine. But then I started to realize, I'm like, this could be beyond that, and the poison could be, you know, it could be having these phones in our face, or being in a bad place, like just sitting around in bed rotting, and
choosing to be alone.
yeah, and it's like you know, it could mean a lot of things. It could mean the dangers of AI. That seems to be the theme of the day. But we're gonna move on from that.
My AI stock went down.
Yeah.
I don't even know how.
Oh, so you let's see. You've hosted a few open mics around here, haven't you? And like, in terms of hosting these open mics, the 344 one's really special because it's all original music, no cover songs, and you know that changes the whole game, which is why I've never actually played at my own that open mic there, although I was a host of it for a while.
Jesus played.
Yes, we did. That's true, and I make original music with them. But hosting these different open mics and having so many different people come through, I found that for me, that's probably one of the biggest things that made me a better musician. And like, I don't know, I'm just wondering, like, in terms of all the people you've seen come through and stuff, like, who's either like people that really impressed you, or just situations, nights that like stuff went crazy, you had like 10 people in your face, I don't know, like open mic hosting.
Oh yeah. Yeah, messing around with people. People are tough sometimes. There's some extremely talented people. There's some extremely confident people. Those are not always the same people. Sometimes you have to encourage somebody a little bit. You have to support somebody a little bit. The internet's good for that too. You don't go, you see somebody who puts up a song, you don't go like them. You know what? We all kind of come to a thing of, why do we do this at all? And like, is this a curse that I'm writing songs? Like, it just
to be an artist at all.
Yeah, it's like, it's my natural environment, but it drives me crazy at the same time. So it's like, it keeps me going more at it. And when I, get tired of writing lyrics, I get more into the guitar. Or I get more into listening to some other music that I never listened to. This year, I thought I'd give them a chance. I had to give some bands a chance that I had never previously in my actual time. Smashing Pumpkins, Dave Matthews Band, and Fish. I never got into any of them.
Wow, no,
I'm finally giving them a chance.
That's a power trio.
That's a lot of good music, right? Right. Yeah.
I'm not even. I have to say, yeah. I'm also not like. When you talk about those three bands, like generally, I'm not like, oh, those aren't my favorites. Like, but I'm like, but they're all right. They're good. They're good at what they do and stuff. But I don't think that I mean, if you want to ask me if I ever taken one of their albums of those three bands and actually listened to it all the way through, the answer is no. So I guess I haven't given them a chance. And
well, that's one way to do it. I would usually see bands live, or see a video that I was just like, oh, I didn't know we could actually play like that. And then, okay, I would go see it. I saw Dave Matthews Acoustic last year at SPAC. It was just him and the guitar player, just a duo. And I said, so I could really pay attention to the way he was playing. And I said, oh wow, that's really impressive acoustic guitar work. How did this slip by me in 25 years of playing guitar? Like, that I just didn't pick up on this. And you grow and you change. You hear, like, you're at open mics and you'll hear other people's influences coming out. And that is how a culture gets made. Because it's not just one person, it's all these people playing music, and they all have their backgrounds, their roots, different ways they listen to music. Some people are really into vinyl, some people are into, radio strictly, and I don't even know how other people listen to music, but like, I just have it on, I try to keep it around me a lot, and just keep me inspired.
And I'm one of those people. I've probably about 1,000 probably vinyl at my house, and like 3 different record players in various states of working and not working. I think at least 1.5 of them works. So, but
45 on one.
I got my first shout out to Joe Addy and the Love Nuts. Joe Addy gave me an Elvis live from Satellite Hawaii 8-track. So I gotta pop that in my cabinet record player, which also has an 8-track, and see if it works. So yeah. and radio, obviously. Well, I'm, we're not on the FM band, but it's the World Wide Web is everywhere, and the RadioRadioX.com. Every Tuesday now, I've got my own radio show for an hour, so I just started my career as a radio DJ. So radio and vinyl are big parts of my life, and how we listen to this stuff. It's and powerful stuff, Josh. Like I love it about that's community,
Well, it's a natural progression.
Yeah, what we're building.
People on radio,
yeah.
it's like I'm doing like community events and stuff. It's like, what's the natural progression to do what's next?
And then here I'm gonna let you just what is it? We want to get you up here and playing. Everybody wants the music to come, but before that happens, I'll just let you expound upon anything you were just saying, and also I just want to throw out there. So like you come to my karaoke night back when it was in a place that shall not be named that used to exist next door, and but you do Mama Said Knock You Out, LL Cool J. And you nailed it and like brought down the house and stuff, and like, so what's this other whole side and hip hop sensibility to you, and tell the people whatever you want as well.
Hip hop's my heart. That's where I started from. Started writing poems, writing raps when I was a kid. Late 90s, started scratching vinyl with my friends, making mixtapes. And just doing as much hip hop as we could. Didn't know how to do it live, didn't know how to perform, just knew how to, write and get into it. And, it's funny, I still have a lot of that old hip hop vinyl. Might have to get into a 90s hip hop night sometime around here. But anyway, the hip hop I always felt for, Tupac was a big influence on me when I was little. And, just feeling the struggle that I didn't have in my life, but that I could understand somebody else had, and it was real for them. And just his words and explanations about it really touched me. So that kept me into it. I always liked really good story, hip hop people that could tell a story, not just write rhymes. And so I've always been a songster. I like good songs. So that led me into Bob Dylan and stuff. But the hip hop, there's always a part of me that will want to pick up the pen and really write some bars out. And, that might happen too. I don't know if my hands are going to work for this guitar forever, so I'm going to have to get back on the stage. But the karaoke is a great thing for hip hop. You can get up and just rip. So I'm hope to come back and do that again at JP's Lounge.
Hell yeah. All right, well. I'll tell you what, thanks so much, Josh Breden, and I'm looking forward to your set here. And I'll just say that, the same is true of me in a lot of ways. It's weird, but true story. I used to drive around in my SUV, my Honda CR-V with two 12-inch friggin' subs, and just dumping. I was driving this route through Middletown and Newburgh and all this stuff, and I would stop at this one place and right off the highway, some down there, and I get these mixtapes and friggin' throw them in my thing and keep driving around DJ White Owl, friggin' Big Mike, friggin' all that stuff. It's so, something, DJ K Slay, absolutely, friggin' the Trauma King, right? And shout out to a couple of local artists who come by here and support J&P's Bar and Lounge all the time, Albany Lou, Bizolet. My guys, so shout out to you guys, and you got, all right, so send them on their way, Josh, and every Wednesday we're doing this here, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at J&P's Bar and Lounge, brought to you by RadioRadioX.
Thank you, Matty. You know why they make sidewalks? Because these streets ain't for everybody.